I'm Miss Karen, and I hope that you're having a great day so far. I hope that you had a chance to watch our skills class from last Wednesday with Mr. Todd. He taught a really cool class on caricatures or cartooning, and it was a lot of fun. I hope that some of you emailed your caricatures of Pastor Nathan over to him. At the end of the segment, I'll feature some of the pictures that were sent in to me for you to see. If you haven't yet had a chance to watch last week's segment, be sure to go back and do so on our YouTube channel. Speaking of our YouTube channel, if you haven't yet subscribed, you can do that now, and you can ring the bell to be notified when a new video gets posted. Also, if you haven't joined our Thrive Facebook group and would like to stay connected, you can do so by clicking the link in the video description below. This week, we are talking about perseverance. That's a big word that means to persevere or stick with something even when it's hard. Sometimes we talk about this as having the strength to do hard things. I feel like we need perseverance to get through some days at home, don't we? Some days it's tough doing school at home, and we need to persevere to get through all of our assigned work when our teacher and our classmates aren't there with us. Some days it just feels really tough being home with the same people day in and day out. Has anyone started dreaming about the day when you can go out and play sports and games with your friends again? We are going to love going to the park to play for the rest of our lives, I think. Yes, this can feel hard, but that's why we need perseverance to get through it. I might be stretching our reality of the truth a bit here, but some days being at home and missing out on all the things we usually do feels like suffering. Feels really hard. Can anyone relate to that? Do you know what one of Jesus' followers tells us in the book of Romans? Paul actually tells us to have joy when we suffer. Joy. Wow, that's pretty challenging, isn't it? We are told to have joy because when we go through hard times, we develop strength or perseverance. This is what he tells us right after that. The strength to go on produces character. Character produces hope, and hope will never let us down. Romans 5, 4 and 5, nerve. Let's say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. The strength to go on produces character. Character produces hope, and hope will never let us down. Romans 5, 4 and 5, nerve. That makes me think of exercise. You know when you start a new exercise, how sore you can feel afterwards? Sometimes you realize you have muscles you didn't even know you had. Sometimes we end up waking up stiff and sore the day after we've done the exercise. But then we stretch out our muscles and we keep on exercising, and after a little while, our muscles and our lungs get used to this exercise and they get stronger. Well, just like our bodies get stronger after they get sore, when we go through tough challenges in life, God can use these times to develop strength or perseverance in us. This strength produces character, and this character produces hope. I have good news for you. This hope in Jesus will never let us down. No matter what happens, when we put our hope in Jesus, we will never be let down. With it being June already, we have almost made it to summer. You are in this home stretch of your learning and doing everything at home journey. It may seem hard, and it may even feel like suffering sometimes, but I hope and pray that you can find joy in it. As the sun shines brighter and warmer each day, I hope that you will put your hope in Jesus, and that as your strength grows, that you will grow in perseverance and character. That brings us to our bottom line for the day, and it's this. We will choose joy when things are tough, and we will put our hope in Jesus. Let's say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We will choose joy when things are tough, and we will put our hope in Jesus. Will you bow your heads and pray with me now? God, thank you that when things are tough, that you use those opportunities to grow us. Thank you that we can get stronger and that can build our character, and that when we put our hope in you, then that's always a good choice. God, you will never let us down, and we praise you and thank you for that. And we pray that you will help us to find joy in these circumstances. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. We would love it if you joined us on Sunday at 10 a.m. for church. You can watch here on YouTube, on our Facebook page, or on our Lake Point app. We have family interactive experiences planned for you that you are going to love. Well, today you'll be joining me and my daughter Karis over in my kitchen to learn how to make some cool bird feeders. So come on over to my place. Hey Thrivers, welcome to my kitchen. I'm here with my daughter Karis, and today we're going to learn some more about birds. So hopefully you were able to watch the segment with Miss Janelle when she made some Play-Doh birds nests. She taught some really good things about birds. And today we're going to specifically learn about what birds eat and how to make some bird feeders. So Karis has been really into learning about birds lately. She's been learning about bird calls, and she's been bird watching and learning to identify different species of birds. And we've also been feeding the birds, so they've been coming into our yard. So we've been enjoying that this spring. So Karis is going to show us what we need for this craft.
You're going to need yarn or any kind of string, pipe cleaners, any kind of Cheerios, a mix of birdseed or cornmeal will work too. This has just got some sunflower seeds, peanuts, and millet. You need to use pine cones, nut butter, and scissors.
Perfect. And so now Karis is going to go next door to our park where we've got some coniferous trees, and she's going to go collect some pine cones. You want to look for pine cones that are nice and open because you want to be able to get your nut butter and your seeds packed into it. So you don't want tight closed ones. All right, so let's go hunting for some pine cones. All right, we are back from our little outing to the park, and we have found some lovely pine cones under some coniferous trees. So Karis is going to show you what the two different types of bird feeders that we're going to make today.
You can make this one with Cheerios and pipe cleaners. And you can make this one, which you can also use string to tie, and you don't have to do the Cheerios here.
All right, so we'll start off making this pine cone bird feeder, and we'll show you how to do it. Go ahead, Karis.
First you need to connect your string. I'm gonna tie a pipe cleaner on the top, and my mom is gonna tie a string.
Okay. It's easier to do it before you put peanut butter on it because it's not all sticky at that point.
There we go.
All set? Okay. What's next?
Now we need to put the peanut butter on.
Okay. And you kind of want to pack the peanut butter in so that all the seeds afterwards are going to stick to it. It's kind of like the glue, right? And peanut butter is really healthy for birds. It's got lots of protein in it for them. These pine cones have lots of sap on them, so they're making our hands all sticky, but they smell wonderful. I should get a knife too, eh, Karis? Okay. So you just want to kind of load it up. And natural peanut butter or nut butter is going to be healthier for the birds than peanut butter with sugar in it, but you can use whatever you have on hand.
I'm done too now.
Okay, what do we do next?
We have to put some birdseed on our plate.
Okay, why don't we just dump a little? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll put some on mine.
I can roll it in there.
Okay. You can use your fingers a bit too to pack it in the empty spots, right? You want to load it right up. So try to get all the peanut butter covered in seeds. All set? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. We've got two very tasty looking bird feeders, I think.
On my bird feeder, since I'm using the pipe cleaner, I can put Cheerios on that the birds will like. For the second bird feeder, we need 4 pipe cleaners and Cheerios.
Okay, what do we do first, Karis?
To start, you need to tie 3 pipe cleaners together at the end.
So do you just twist them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now what?
Next, you need to put the Cheerios on.
Okay.
But don't forget to leave some space at the end to tie the last pipe cleaner on.
What's your favorite kind of bird, Karis?
A cardinal and a blue jay.
Oh yeah. You learned something neat about blue jays. What about their personality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's their personality like?
They always think they're they always think that they're the boss. So if there's a bird feeder, they might go up and hog the whole thing. And also, some smaller birds can put up with the blue jay because it calls when predators are coming.
It gives them a warning, right?
Yeah.
So they don't get harmed by the predator.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say blue jays are sometimes called sassy birds?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. And do the blue jays, do the females and the males both look the same?
No.
No?
The female is brown.
Oh, okay. And the male's the blue one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And Karis, you also learned some facts about how birds like to eat. There's some birds like to eat kind of in different locations. Is that right? Can you tell us about that?
Well, some birds like eating on the ground, and other birds like eating at a tabletop level, like a picnic table or
Yeah. And then other birds enjoy eating things that are hanging from a bird feeder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that we got our Cheerios on the pipe cleaner, we need to tie the ends.
So we're twisting them
On
all
the other
together
side.
again. Okay.
Now we need to tie this pipe cleaner
Onto each
onto
end?
each end.
Okay. You're faster than me. Okay. Then do you think, can you just hang it on a branch like this, or is it better to put a string and put it longer down?
It depends on whether squirrels can get into the tree or not.
Okay, so if you have lots of squirrels in your backyard, it might be better to use a string or another pipe cleaner?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we put another pipe cleaner that will attach to the branch? How about that? You want that one? That looks great. Okay, Thrivers, we have finished making our 2 different types of bird feeders. We've got our Cheerio bird feeder, and we've got our Pinecone peanut butter bird seed feeder. So now we're gonna head out into our backyard over to our Magnolia tree, and we're gonna hang them. So we'll meet you back there. All right, here we are out in our backyard. This is our Magnolia tree, and this is a really pretty tree. In the spring, it has beautiful white blooms, and you can see here some of them, when we had that frost not that long ago, they died because of that cold frost. So some of those blooms have turned brown, and now the green leaves are coming out. So you can see here we've got a wooden bird feeder. And the birds really like it. They've been going through a lot of bird seed. And so we've been sitting in the house and watching them and trying to identify the different varieties. So now we're gonna take our new bird feeders and we're gonna find a spot in the tree to hang them. So you never want to tie something too tightly to a tree branch because you don't want to injure it. So just tie a knot, but not too tightly. And find a spot where the raccoons or other animals aren't going to get into it, but the birds will have access to. Well, this tree is just filled with food for the birds now. So now this is going to be exciting. We're going to go back in the house and we're going to get out our binoculars and we're going to watch and see what kind of birds come to the tree to enjoy this feast. Thanks for watching today, Thrivers. We hope you had fun making some bird feeders with us, and we hope that you really enjoy seeing some birds in your yard. So we'll see you next time, Thrivers. Bye. Well, I hope you had a great time making bird feeders with us today. Please remember to send in pictures of them or of the birds that have been visiting your feeders so that you can be featured in next week's segment. Thrivers, you're not going to want to miss next week's segment as we head out to the country to meet some farm animals with the Bergen family. We'll see you again on Wednesday at 2, Thrivers. Have a great week. Bye now.